Hey bitch, and welcome back to another video of GoFundMe bums. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make this a new series because there are so many people out there that just rely on GoFundMe for every single thing in their life. Why these people are so adverse to just getting a job, I don't know, it's really beyond me. So today we're going to be talking about crisis rescues and owners. There's a lot of people that do this, and there's a lot of people that think that it's okay to consistently lean on the general public for help and support. I've been seeing this so much in my feed. Videos like this. This stuff really bothers me so much because if you are relying on funding from the general public for everything that you need to get by on a daily basis, you are irresponsible. Like wildly irresponsible. This is what you call operating on the verge of neglect.
What?
Owning animals or rescuing animals is not a right, it is a privilege. So if you can't afford your animals and you need to rely on everybody else to be able to support them, whether it be food, water, shelter, space, or medical care, you are irresponsible. Also, before anybody wants to leave stupid comments like, every single shelter relies on crowdfunding or donations, no, that's just not true. And a lot of these nonprofit 501c3 private shelters that can't afford their animals and are more so just a guise for animal hoarders, they want you to believe that relying on public donations and funding is normal for every single shelter out there when it's not. Responsible animal shelters are typically funded through local or state governments, meaning taxes, public allocations, etc. They don't rely primarily on public donations the way that private nonprofits or 501c3s do. I also want to mention that you can be a private owner of an animal rescue or sanctuary and do it responsibly, but in order for this to be the case, you need to be a pretty wealthy individual. And this brings us back to having the amount of animals that you can responsibly afford and take care of to provide these basic necessities to them. It doesn't mean that you have to necessarily be rich, but you just need to be able to afford the animals that you're taking in. To all the naysayers who want to say, but what would happen if these 501c3s, these small nonprofits, what if they didn't exist? What would happen to all of these animals? They would be thrown away or neglected or abused. No, you guys, this is what you call a false dilemma or an appeal to emotion. If these irresponsible nonprofits or 501c3 shelters that can't afford their animals anyway did not exist, you know what would happen to the animals? They would actually go to people, sanctuaries, rescues, or individuals who could actually afford to take care of them and provide them with the basic necessities that they need. And I really, really hate this argument because it essentially gives the green light for these animals to just be further neglected by rescues or sanctuaries that can't take care of them. This is not about you. A lot of people that I see that tend to just be animal hoarders under the guise of owning a sanctuary or a rescue, they do it because they want to feel like they're doing a good thing, like they're a good person, when they're not. You're not a good person if you are hoarding animals and you're not actually providing them with a good quality of life. I mean, I know I've said this so many times, but you're essentially just prolonging their suffering. You're not actually helping them. And girl, I literally saw the craziest shit that I've seen in a while. So I want to show you because you know what? I came across them and it really bothered me. This rescue shelter, if you can even call it that, they are a legitimate 501c3. And I know that because I looked at their taxes, which have to be published publicly. I have so many bones to pick with this bitch because what the hell even is this? It's like every single video she posts oh, please link in bio, donate to support. $50 and more equals support. First of all, I want to point out every single video, this bitch is in a completely different barn, completely different location with completely different animals. This might honestly be a scam. I don't know if it is because it is a legitimate 501c3. She could just be going around and picking up these animals in different locations and filming sad clips of these animals. Each dollar donated makes a huge impact to our sanctuary. I wish a kind person will stay and donate at least $10 to help us feed 170 horses at our sanctuary. I hate this sad crap. I hate it. It honestly makes me think that rescues like this are just a scam for animal hoarders to just have a bunch of animals, because if you're in this desperate of need for money, what the hell are you doing, girl? I love all the boomers in the comments being like, God bless them. POV, you stopped scrolling to save a life? Oh my God. Our goal is to get as many bags of feed sponsored as possible. Donations can go to GoFundMe and PayPal in bio, and it's just a bunch of photos of a skinny horse that they picked up from some sort of slaughter pipeline. I mean, to what? To what? To just go to your sanctuary where you can't even afford food anyway? I mean, the horse is probably going to end up starving there. Any amount helps. Please visit our GoFundMe. Why did you even rescue this animal if you can't even afford to rescue it? This is what I'm saying, you guys. This is what's called prolonging an animal's suffering. You stayed for 7 seconds and leave random words to help us stop slaughter and abuse of donkeys? No! Any kind soul to donate $100 via the link in our bio helps cover shelter bills. Someone commented and said, let's beg for donos while letting horses starve. It's so true, though. I'm glad that other people are calling out this page, because this page is essentially saying that they're rescuing animals that they can't afford to take care of or feed, and they just keep taking in more animals that they can't afford to take care of or feed, which again is not actually helping these animals. Only $235 is raised of $800 to save this black beauty. Why are you adopting horses that you can't afford? What is this?
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Nobody should be adopting animals that they can't afford to take care of. This is literally insane. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Our horses are set to be euthanized in 7 days, but you stayed 38 seconds and saved them. Wow. We haven't even raised $1 on our weekly goal for vet and food. What the fuck is this? What the actual fuck is this? And then they use a little, video of a cute little baby foal, as if the foal's gonna need to be euthanized. This is the most manipulative, disgusting shit ever. And if you see a real animal shelter or rescue or sanctuary doing this, red flag, everybody, red flag. I would not be giving any donations to pages like this, because you are just prolonging the suffering of these animals. It's like when you consider, let's give another example. Beta fish from PetSmart or Petco. You look at those animals and you're like, wow, they came from such a horrible place and they live in tiny little cups, and you would love to just rescue them and take care of them, right? But then you know that the money that you give Petco or PetSmart, they're just going to use that money that you use to save one of the beta fish to just keep producing more, and then more beta fish are going to suffer as a result of that purchase, right? It's a sad realization to come to, but at a certain point, you have to accept the fact that you might just be prolonging the suffering of animals instead of actually helping them. You stayed 10 seconds so that I don't close our sanctuary. Bro, this bitch is like threatening to close her sanctuary if people don't give her donations. How is anybody okay with this? Oh my God, we are raising for 3 round bales of hay. You don't even have the money to buy 3 round bales? What the hell? What the actual final boss bum is going on here? This is just so over the top, sad, sappy content to try to pull at everybody's heartstrings. Saying that you're going to literally have to kill your horses if people don't donate to you is crazy. Saying that your animals are going without food and water because people aren't donating to you is crazy. And it's literally all that she posts, you guys. Oh, we need $450 for this horse's care and treatment. Oh my God, girl. Oh my God. Could you bum any harder for money? Holy crap. And this is the exact type of person that just wants you to believe that bumming this hard is normal. It's not normal.
Money, please.
Oh my God. We are out of grain. Oh my God. You should not have a sanctuary. Someone pointed out that the water looks fucking disgusting. That's so true. It really does. It looks nasty. Occasionally you will see someone that calls them out and says, hey, you guys really should not be operating as a sanctuary or rescue and continuing to take in more animals if you can't afford the animals you already have. And a lot of these comments get deleted after, a few minutes of them being on the channel, because rescues and sanctuaries like this are not really rescuing animals or providing them with a sanctuary environment and care. It's just, like I said, these are animal hoarders, you guys. These are really just animal hoarders that want an excuse to go around and buy up a bunch of animals that they can't afford and then just bum for money for all eternity. And there is nowhere on their website where they talk about adopting out their animals and how many animals they have. Because if they're not adopting out animals, they're just simply hoarding them. Dude, what's so crazy too is this bitch has multiple GoFundMes that do not make any sense at all. I mean, it's like I said, this isn't just asking the public for donations. This is like final boss bumming, okay? I mean, go look at her Patreon, man. $1, life-changing. $6, hey. $15, 1 bag of sweet feed. I thought she said it was $25. We Love Pigs, $20. The Moos, $22. $30 a month. The Ruminants, the sheep and goats. So she's rescuing cows, pigs, sheep, and goats. I don't know how legitimate this place is. I just don't. But I'm using her as an example because you see so many rescues or sanctuaries that do exactly this crap. $40, Janice Angel. $50, Who Doesn't Love Horses? $55 equals 1 round bale of hay? I thought she said in a post previously that her round bales were like $200 a piece or something. I don't know. This lady is such a crazy bum. I mean, this lady has created new ways of bumming that I didn't even know existed.
Money, please. Money, please.
She might as well set up a meal train, for real. Just have people bring food to her house. Seems like she's in that much of a need. If it's not clear already, this woman's blatantly operating on the verge of neglecting her animals. This is not a responsible rescue or sanctuary that anybody should be supporting. I want to urge the general public to be extremely, exceptionally wary of nonprofits and private rescue shelters, 501c3s, that do not allow members of the public to visit, like she doesn't, post really, really, really questionable, sketchy content, like she does, and are constantly bumming for money, claiming that they can't afford their animals. Please be extremely skeptical of places like this. Come down the rabbit hole with me, okay? Let's all crawl down the rabbit hole and just get into some theories for a minute, because since they're a nonprofit, a 501c3, they are legally required to publish their tax filings. In 2023, the rescue allegedly made $298,257 in contributions, donations, etc. from the general public. And essentially, she claimed that her expenses for all of her animals, her operating costs for the shelter, were $240,000. She had $58,000 left over. That $58,000 trickled over into 2024. Now, here's the interesting thing. In 2024, she made $521,500,000 in bumming. And what was even crazier is her expenses were allegedly $567,000. So she had a loss of $46,446. How the hell does a rescue shelter go from a $240,000 operating cost to more than doubling that in 1 year to $567,000 in operating costs? How the fuck does that even happen? This woman is either A, lying about where this money is going, or she has taken in an absurd amount of animals. Think about that. She would literally have to double or more than double the amount of animals that she took in within 1 year for those expenses to actually make sense. Either that or she's lying. She might not actually be on the verge of starving her animals or not providing them with vet care, but she certainly behaves like that in order to guilt trip the general public into giving her money. Any reputable rescue or animal sanctuary is not going to be posting the type of content that this lady posts to the internet. It comes across really as just kind of being a scam, in my opinion. Don't be guilt tripped into donating to places like this. Please, please, please do your research on any sanctuary or rescue that you want to support. And also, to finish, this does trickle over into individuals as well. I don't mean to just talk about sanctuaries and rescues, because there are plenty of crisis owners that do not save up enough for the animals they have, that have way more animals than they can afford. And that's also wildly irresponsible. Influencers, rescues, individuals, shelters, sanctuaries that do stuff like this need to be called out and not supported, because these people are irresponsible animal owners, period.